Brody, where are you at? All right. Hey there, everybody, and welcome into Off the Bench with Commissioner Filton. Tonight, we are going to go a completely different um, take. We're not going to do sports at all. We are going to actually do the Stranger Things finale. And we're going to go through it and we're going to see what we think is going to happen. And Chelsea, you want to go first?
So I know there's a lot of theories I've seen online, and I don't think out of all the ones that I've seen there will be one that'll satisfy everyone. But I personally think I'm in the camp with everybody else that thinks Collie's probably on Vecna's side to a degree because she can make you see things with her mind. So I've also seen where she is herself an illusion that Vecna created for Eleven to kind of lure her there. So I think definitely she's kind of playing in that way. But I also feel like because they're wanting to connect, like get to the abyss through the top of the, what was it, the power tower thing?
Yeah, the thing that connects up everything.
The bridge.
The bridge.
Yeah, the bridge.
So they're wanting to get to the abyss that way and defeat Vecna. But my question is, if it's stuck in November 6th, 1983, the day Will went missing, and then they do what they plan to do, will we go back to November of 1983? In that case, how is that a satisfying ending for all the characters? Not just the core four, but the people we meet along the way. What about them?
Yeah.
So that's where I get tricky because I'm like, I don't know how they would write it in a way that would satisfy everything, especially with the tie in elements of Alice in Wonderland and A Wrinkle in Time. I just don't see how they can answer all these questions, and especially in a 2-hour episode.
Right.
Because there's so many questions we all have, and I don't see how 2 hours will
It's going to fill all of them.
fill everything.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's.
Oh, no, I completely agree with that. I do like your theory of Kylie, whatever her name is, playing like the evil side, but still trying to soften up 11, trying to make sure that 11 is okay with her coming. But I think Vecna has a big role in that because, again, they were all three in the same lab when they were younger, of course.
So do you think she's real, or do you think she's an illusion that Vecna's creating?
I think
she might be an illusion.
No, I think she's real.
You think she's real?
I think she's real just because.
Go ahead, Brody.
I mean, they did go into wherever when they close their eyes and go into like the dark world or whatever. It was both there, and
because 11 can do that too.
Yeah. But I think she is on Vecna's side just because she calls him brother and 11 doesn't. She calls him Henry or Vecna or whatever you want to call him.
Yeah.
And I think that's why, just because that's just teasers from little clips.
Yep.
And we also get where Hopper has always been right. So
right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's always been right. So, do you think that Kai has been like playing this role all along?
No, I think Vecna probably turned.
Like even when 11 went off her ways, in season 2 and met her?
Episode 7. I think that was when the catalyst happened for Callie because she said all of her friends were killed. And so how Vecna gets to you is he breaks you down and gets you to your most vulnerable state so he can manipulate you, which is why he chooses kids in the first place, because all you have to do is manipulate them.
Yep.
He could have broken her down to a point whenever that happened, which from what I understand was like right when 11 left was when they all were. Because she had the purple in her hair in the flashback.
The army, whoever they were, they came and took her.
Yeah.
And they could have been the people from the lab, and Vecna could have a really heavy hand in how the stuff gets executed in that lab.
Yep. Yeah.
Because like she said, they're just going to keep having babies and putting his blood in them, whatever.
Some weird situation. Yeah, I think that Vecna is playing a big role with the army and everything. I think he's controlling what they do and how they do it. I think there is a reason why they were gathering up all the kids at first. To make it easier on Vecna, which obviously happened.
I don't think the last episode will just be about killing Vecna. I think it'll be more about closing the Upside Down and the bridge altogether.
Right.
I think personally they won't kill Vecna, and they'll just close the bridge, and he'll be stuck there with his trauma and
Yeah.
all of his memories. And because in the last episode we seen a briefcase, and I think that's where his trauma started, was from that.
Some theories out there are that Vecna is actually the good guy in all
Yeah.
this.
I say, yeah,
Just misguided.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just misguided. In a way, you can see why he's gathering up all the
Mhm.
kids. Probably to take down the Mind Flayer. Because remember, all the Mind Flayer is the main reason for all of this happening in the first place.
I've seen theories where they say Callie or Kali is the
Mhm.
Mind Flayer.
Oh,
What do y'all think about that?
oh,
I can see it.
I can
think-
see that because,
She
like you
can-
said, yes, she can manipulate, make your mind go crazy.
And how did she even escape the lab in the first place? When they were little and he was going on that killing spree, how did she even get out?
Right.
I say, I don't think they ever
He
showed that.
had to have saved her first
Yeah,
and then started his killing spree with the others.
And then that's when later on, when everything happens with her friends, it's
Mhm.
like a familiar friend, I'm here to help you.
Mm-hmm.
I say, I don't think they ever showed her getting out of the lab.
Yeah, I don't know
No,
how she
but
was getting it.
I bet you that they will.
Oh
In
yeah,
this last episode, I bet they go back and then you'll see how she escaped.
I don't understand how they're gonna make it all 2 hours.
That's what I'm
though.
saying. There's so many questions we'll all
I
have.
know.
I think
There
they
will be some questions answered, but maybe most of them won't be answered.
I'm ready. I'm not really ready to see who dies, but
Who do y'all think's gonna die?
Oh Lord, I think that everyone except for
I know Hopper
Mike.
and Mike
I think
will
that,
be okay.
which I bring that up, or you did. I think I like the idea that Mike, he's actually the one who's writing all of this, because there's a fan theory out there that Mike lost Will when they were younger due to illness or whatever. And he's felt so bad about it all this time, he decided to write this story of the Upside Down and everything else like that to remember his friend.
Mhm.
And at the end, it was all
illusion.
illusion.
Yeah.
And it's an actual book that Mike made.
Mhm.
That theory is kind of out there, like a lot. But again, I don't know.
With how calculated the Duffer Brothers are, I just feel
Mhm.
like that would be kind of a cheap way to wrap it up and not satisfy anybody. But like
Yeah,
I said, they
yeah.
won't satisfy everybody
No,
by
they
any
won't.
means.
I think the main person that would die is Steve Harrington.
Mhm.
I think.
Yeah.
I think it'll be either. I think it might be 11. If she's not dead, I think she'll probably be stuck up there.
Mm.
Because I don't know if I can't remember exactly what Steve's theory was with like the little slinky and then the tower and all that.
Yeah, I
But
can't
as far
remember.
as when they go in the abyss, does the upside down then disappear if they do what they're supposed to do? Because if not, would she kind of stay in the upside down to kind of guard it so no one can come through
Right.
again? Would someone have to stay down there and guard it? Would it be her? Because Kali wants to have them stay behind, her and
Yeah.
11 stay behind.
Mhm.
So would she kind of have a change of heart and she stays behind, or 11 stay behind and guard it? I don't know. I've heard that too.
I
Mhm.
feel like Steve Harrington is they're basically the dad, like the big dad of the whole entire group with the kids.
Mhm.
So I think he'll be the one that gets.
Did you see
Gets
that Talk
axed.
Show episode where they were organizing all those little Funko
Oh, yeah.
Pops and he falls down?
Yeah.
They had him fall. He was
Well,
right in the front.
So what they came out with the trailer, what was it, today or
Yesterday.
yesterday?
Yeah.
And you can see that Dustin is really upset
Yeah.
about someone or something.
Yeah.
That makes me believe that, like what you just said, is probably Steve.
But in a way, I really think they're probably setting us up for something to happen to Dustin. Because the same thing that kind of happened to Max in season 4 when she lost Billy in season 3, and how you
Mhm.
see how it's really deeply affected her. You can tell he's really bothered by Eddie's
Yeah.
death.
Right.
So I don't know if
There's
some
theories-
foreshadowing there.
There's
Mhm.
theories that Eddie and them are still alive. Eddie and who's that other one that died?
Barb?
It was,
Yeah.
yeah, Barb.
That they was still alive and they're just in the upside down because they made like an holographic of what is it, Billy?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Of like season 3 or 2, whenever he was in the seasons.
Mhm.
And like he's just stuck up in the upside down and he can't get out unless the Mind Flayer and Vecna is dead.
Yeah. I think
I'd
one.
love to see Eddie again.
Yeah, Eddie was cool. I think maybe something that hasn't been talked about a lot is probably what I'm going to reiterate again is that Vecna is probably doing all this for a good reason.
Yeah, I
Taking
think
all
Like
the kids.
against the Mind Flayer.
Yes. Because again, the Mind Flayer, he's the one that is controlling
Yeah.
Vecna.
Yeah.
Controlled him since he, went to that cave that day.
and that's what I think. You made a good point. Is the briefcase where he
Yes.
won't go into the place or underground, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
I think that's where his trauma and everything started.
Oh, absolutely.
Was
That
there a
scientist.
briefcase down there whenever Max and Holly were down there?
Yeah, and Holly was trying to look
It
at
was a memory
yeah.
that they
And the
saw
briefcase
from
was down
Vecna's.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a lot of it ties back to the play as far as like why he's
Yeah,
afraid
I
of the
never
cave,
watched
Right, that.
but I never saw the
Yeah,
play.
I've seen the videos of it is canon as they say
Yeah.
that it goes back into it relates to the show, but yeah,
But I
it's
still
gonna be a
don't
lot of
think
fun.
they'll explain it enough
Mhm.
in 2 hours. All of that
If they
backstory.
do, it will be very good. But I don't think they will either. I think, like you was saying, I don't think all the questions will be answered.
They'll have to spend like a tiny amount of time on each individual thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's the only way I think they would even get close to answering all the questions.
Like-
It's not spending a whole lot of time in any particular storyline.
Mhm.
like the
But
last.
even if they do, it's gonna have to be like bam, bam,
Yeah.
bam, bam. Oh, that's why.
I say there was scenes in the last episode that took forever. I wish in the last episode they would have started battling and then finished it off in the last episode, making it 2
Yeah.
hours
Yeah.
instead of having to go into the last episode into the battle.
See,
And-
yeah, that's what they were saying about season 4, how it ended. Everyone was back together, and then all of a sudden you see the Mind Flare
Mhm.
Yeah.
in the skies and
Yeah.
everything. They should have started season 5 with that.
Yeah, because now I'm like, what happened with that?
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
I just know the
instead of
government's
instead of hey, how did the government get to the
Yeah.
upside down? How
Yeah.
how did they know all this?
It's like we skipped the whole chapter. It got ripped right
Yes.
out. So it's like
yes,
we're a year ahead, and I still don't know how we got here. But
Yeah.
The funniest
that was
thing
3 years ago.
I've seen though is people or not the group, the big group, but other people, the strangers, are just can see the Mind Flayer and everything up in the air, and they're not freaking out or anything. They're just there, they're avoiding it.
Huh? Interesting.
so it's just like
I think it's
What
all an
happened?
illusion, though. Honestly, I think this will be more about killing, closing the Upside Down and killing Mind Flayer more than it is about killing Henry and Vecna.
Hmm.
do you
Yeah.
think Henry, Vecna, one, whatever, will end up joining forces with them to kill the Mind Flayer at some point? I've seen that too.
Maybe. I think only if they somehow can get the Mind Flayer out of Vecna.
Yeah, but I don't think
I-
they will be able to do that.
Other than that, you've seen Vecna full blown this is me. This is
'Cause-
what the Mind Flayer made me.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this. I'm doing his mission.
And I'm nervous about what's going to happen with Will too,
I'll say
because
that'd be 3
Mhm.
people having to die. Will, because he's connected to Vecna.
and
Yeah.
technically 11,
Yeah.
because his
Yeah.
blood is in her.
I'll say
Right.
11, and then I guess Vecna, and then so 4. So there's a theory 5 people will die. So that might be on the same track of Will, 11,
Mhm.
Vecna.
Maybe Collie, who knows?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then I think Steve. But I mean the Mind
Maybe
Flayer.
I have
maybe
a
the last
bad feeling
person
it's gonna be
standing
Dustin,
is
too.
might be just Mike and Hopper.
Yeah.
I just have a bad feeling Dustin's going to be one of them. It's just how disturbed he's been this season, and they are bad
Yeah.
about foreshadowing like that, especially if you
Mhm.
make plans like how when Hopper and Joyce made plans to go to Enzo's and he died, and
Right.
now Robin and I forgot that girl's name. She made plans to take her to Enzo's
Mhm.
twice. Like she might
Yeah.
die. They foreshadowed like when Eddie said this is going to be my year. He
Mhm.
died. So I don't know. Just seeing how disturbed Dustin's been and with
Mhm.
Robin, and I can't remember that girl's name. I don't know.
But
It's all up in the air.
you see though throughout this entire series, Hopper and Mike are really the brains of the operation.
Yeah.
With everything. I mean, Hopper
And Dustin.
and Dustin too.
Yeah.
So really, yeah, I can see all three of those guys be, left standing.
I think if Dustin dies, Steve will die because
Yeah.
in the last
Right.
episode they
Yeah,
said,
yeah, I can see
"You
that
gotta
too.
die."
Or maybe this may be a stretch, but how kind of helpless Max is, I can see kind of Lucas kind of laying on the sword for her.
See, yeah, we
Yeah.
haven't even talked about Lucas yet. Yeah,
Yeah.
Because he's been kind of there,
out
but
there,
not really.
there.
So I'm like, but him and Max have been, because like I said, the foreshadowing, we're going to go to a movie. They never went to the movie. And so, and she's kind of in that wheelchair. She can't really use her muscles. So
Yeah,
you can see how they've gotten closer and closer. And she's like, I didn't need my music. I just needed you. So like, oh, this might not end well either.
This is off topic, but Netflix actually took a lot of scenes of Mike and is this Caleb? What is his name? The African American.
Yeah,
dude.
Caleb.
Yeah,
yeah,
actually
yeah.
took a lot of scenes out because it was just not good. So they're trying to say that like Mike was a lot of people on TikTok and social media is like kind of got just screwed over with Netflix because a lot of scenes got took out from.
And I wonder why.
I feel like there's a lot
It's
of
it's certainly not budget related. That's for sure.
no.
No.
Well, I have seen a theory on TikTok today, and I'm going to butcher it because it was a really long video. But basically, they were saying how a lot of the scenes in the trailer were purposely removed. And like that one scene when they were on the merry-go-round, Max and Holly were, and she's like, this wasn't supposed to be yellow, it was supposed to be blue.
Mm-hmm.
And like all of these things are an illusion, and that they're going to break the fourth wall in this finale.
Yeah, I seen that.
And so I'm like,
Mm.
I don't know if that's purposeful with the scenes either.
Yeah.
I just think we don't know what they're thinking. We just have to watch it and find out.
We have a lot of great theories out here right now, so and we don't know what to really expect. We're just spitballing here, but we are excited for it. We have been waiting for this for 3 years now.
Since I was 14.
Yeah, so
10
we can't wait to watch it here in a few minutes. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.